Hello friends, welcome back to the Art Room with Mr. Eck. Today we're going to be using some colors in an unusual way, in an unexpected way. So our project is inspired by this book, Snowmen at Night, by Carolyn and Mark Buhner. They do an amazing job, and the story is very fun, and Mark Buhner is the illustrator, and I really like how he used colors in this book. So let's look at a few things, and then I'll show you how we are going to make our own snowmen. Alright, so the thing I want us to focus on is the colors. So what color is a snowman? You probably just said white. But if you look at the art in this book, yes, there is some white, especially during the day. Although, like this is white, but what color is this? That's not white, that's blue. And there's even some purple, and there's some light blue, and there's even like a hint of yellow if you look close. But what happens at night? At night, the snow isn't reflecting the sunlight anymore. It's reflecting whatever colors are around and lots of shadows. So all of a sudden, our snow is hardly white at all, only in the brightest areas. Everywhere else we have light blues, we've got some dark blues and purples, there's even some pink, and if you look for it, there's even some warm colors because these lights that are surrounding them would reflect off the snow. And so we have some pinks. There, if you look close, there's some kind of peaches and pinks mixed in with the blues and whites. And look at this one. That's definitely yellow. So that's the thing I want to get across, is that not everything is as simply colored as you probably think. So you can use all kinds of colors and make art using that has snow in it to be super colorful, because snow reflects whatever colors are around it. So we're going to be making our own snowman art today, and we're going to use some white, but more we're going to use blues and oranges and purples and maybe some pinks. Look at these colors. Super cool. And it'll still come across as a snowman, because once you see those colors on the snowman, your brain is like, oh yeah, snow reflects colors. So pretty cool. Alright, great job on Snowmen at Night, Carolyn and Mark Buhner. Love the book. Let's do some art. Alright, so to start off, before my students came to class, I squirted some light blue and white paint on a bunch of mixed media paper. If you turn it like this, you can see the white. I gotta be honest, the white didn't show up as well as I had hoped. I think next time I'll use maybe a light blue construction paper, but this is my mixed media paper, which is good for paint, so I thought that would be the best choice. Anyway, it'll still be super fun. We're going to be making a portrait of a snowman today. A portrait is like the head and like the chest area only, not the whole snowman. So here's a quick sketch I did, so I would kind of have in mind what I'm going to do. So we're going to start off with a great big circle. Let's just do it step by step. And if you're in class with me and you want to use some of my circle templates to trace, you're welcome to do that. I'm just going to hand draw a circle real quick. Alright, and that's his head. And then you need another bigger circle that goes off the page. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to make a curve that just goes off the page. I'm going to come over to the right side and make a curve that goes off the page. So there's his head and his body. So for his nose, we're going to do a sideways triangle. But this side is going to be curved, like that. So these are straight, this one's curved. Big, friendly, blocky coal eyes. And usually their mouth is made out of coal also, but feel free to change that up if you want to. And we give him a big coal button down here. I like how a lot of the snowmen in that book were wearing a scarf. So I'm going to make two lines that go down like this. I'm going to connect them with a curved line, and that's going to be a scarf. And then you need the part that kind of drapes down. So I'm going to go like this, and erase this line because that would be covered up. Same thing over here. Alright, I think that looks pretty nice. So now we need to give him a hat. You can give your snowman whatever kind of hat you want. Right here I'm going to do a curved line because we're kind of looking up underneath the hat. I'm going to do another curved line just like it, above it, and bring it back in. A little ridge. And I really like bowler hats, so I'm going to give him a bowler hat. Those are these rounded hats that people used to wear about 100 years ago. There, isn't he classy? Alright, and there's my snowman portrait. So now, coloring it, we're going to be using construction paper crayons. These are like regular crayons, they're even made by Crayola, but they're kind of extra thick. And so they're really good for covering up things. I'm hoping it'll do a good job of covering up the snow that I have on the snowman, because I definitely wanted it on the background. And I'm going to color with white, but I'm also going to color with light blue and with purple, and with I'm going to do some highlights with orange and pink and maybe some yellow. I'm going to use lots of colors on the snowman and not a lot of white. So let's see how that turns out. I'll do that time lapse. Well, I think the snowman portrait turned out well. I used only construction paper crayons, and I was tempted to use a regular black crayon on the coal, but then I thought, let's push ourselves creatively and only stick with the colors that come with the construction paper crayons. And the darkest color I had was purple, so that's what I used for the coal and for the darkest shadows. I also blended some colors, so you can overlap the colors and make them blend a little bit, and it makes it look kind of more natural, the transition between the colors. I think it's pretty fun, and I like the snow in the background. I think that adds a nice touch. So that's our lesson for today. Let's use some unusual colors to make a snowman today. I hope your snowman turns out super cool, and I'll see you next time in the art room.